and gentlemen, once again, it's time. You've been waiting for 6 days, 24 hours, well, 23 hours and 1 minute.
Get it right.
Whatever.
I beat the pussy up.
Oh, is this what we going with now?
That's how we doing it, man.
What, is this,
That's
is
how we
this
do it. This is my thing now. This is my thing.
This record is horrible.
That's okay. You gonna have to beat it. Just do your thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nan Bard on July 23rd, 1962. 50 years old and still played in the NBA from Skyline High School in Oakland, California. Give it up for world champion Gary Payton.
Cut it.
Too old for this. You too damn old.
Cut it. What's going on, y'all? What's
old.
happening? What's happening?
Hey, Gary Payton.
Hey, how you doing? All right. Check this out, y'all. Well, I got a nice show coming up tonight. A little different tonight. I got a lot of guests coming on tonight. You know my dude, Jesse. Let's do our roll. Let's do the roll call. Do the roll call.
Jesse Cass, Gary's right hand man.
As
always, happy to be here.
There it is. And who else?
It's me, Guy Black. Your nemesis.
You ain't nothing.
You know
man.
what? You know what? I'm standing up for all the short people.
And you short too.
I'm sitting down for the short people too.
You on some books right now, ain't you?
Yeah, that ain't what your sister said. But
wait, you on the sister joke?
Yeah, I
you
got it.
on the sister joke?
Hey, you got a great show tonight. You want to introduce your first guest?
Yes, I am. You know, that's my right hand man. My right hand man does that for me. Go ahead, do what you do.
All right, as you said, Gary, we've got a little bit different show, a crowded studio here tonight. Our first guest is Curt Menefee. He's the host of NFL's Fox NFL Sunday, which, of course, he co-hosts with Jimmy Johnson, Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, and Michael Strahan. And Menefee also provides ringside commentary for Showbox, the Next Generation, play-by-play announcer there. So very happy to have him on the show. Curt Menefee, thanks for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
Uh-oh, radio.
Okay, what's up, Curt? How you doing, man?
Man, I tell you, you played that music coming on. I go, this is a little different than the NFL on Fox theme song.
Yeah, well,
just
you
a little bit.
Yeah, we got a little neighborhood up in here.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, I know that song doesn't have lyrics, but even if it does, I don't think those are the lyrics for it.
No. You couldn't play that on the NFL right now. I don't think they would like that at all. But Curt,
man,
how you doing?
All right.
Tell us a little bit. How's the football thing going and things that you're doing? Tell me about it.
It's a good year, man. You know, I mean, here we are. Week 6 is coming up of the regular season, and, you know, it's football. Yeah, the teams that you think are going to do well sometimes don't, like Philadelphia. Everybody's all over the Eagles.
Oh, the dream team?
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's the thing about that, though. I feel bad about them taking a hard time for that. Because the way that was posed, and look, I mean, I've mentioned it from time to time myself, I'll admit, but I've tried to do it in context. But it was during training camp. Right. And someone went up to Vince Young, who's the backup quarterback, and said, wow, you're over here, this must be like a dream team. He goes, yeah, it's like a dream team, boom. Well, then everybody took it and ran with, Vince Young says it's the dream team. Mm-hmm. He was answering a question, but, you know, you've been there before. Sometimes you'll just pick up what somebody says and then start your answer. Right. But everybody took that and turned it around like he was the one that was patting themselves on the back.
Okay, how do you feel about the NFL season this year?
You know, I think that it's, once again, it's one of those that it's a typical year. Nobody, I don't think, would have seen Buffalo being this good. I think a lot of people thought the Lions were going to be good, but probably not 5-0 good. So you see teams that come out of nowhere that you don't expect to be there at the beginning of the year. Then you see teams like Philadelphia, like Atlanta, and you're like, oh, my gosh, are we wrong? Have we overestimated them? But that's what I think makes football special. You know, I mean, here we are. We're 1/3 of the season's almost over. Right. This thing flies by once it starts, man. You know, I mean, it goes quickly. Every game means something. Every single week you got something on the line. And so I think that's what makes it so exciting. That's why, you know, the ratings are the record numbers they've been this year, and you get teams from all over the place that everybody's jumping on the bandwagon for. That's why I love it.
Why are you not talking about my 49ers?
Well, hey, they're another team.
Yes, sir.
They're another team right there. Well, now, see, you grew up in Oakland, so how'd you become a 49er guy?
Tell him why.
I'm going to tell him why.
It's crazy.
You know, when the Raiders went and came here to L.A., that's just like trading on us. You know what I'm saying? Don't you go from our city and come to L.A. to try to make some money and then want to come back to our city because you knew our city was great in the first place. And then you come back. I don't like that. That's a traitor to me.
All right, let me ask this first. Yeah. Were you a Raider fan as a kid, and then when they moved to L.A., switched to San Francisco, or were you always a 49er fan?
I always was a 49er fan. I liked the players on the Raiders. You know, I liked it. Kenny Stabler. I liked it. Branch.
Howie
Long.
Long.
Know what I'm saying? Howie Long. I got to give your man some props. You know, I got to give him some props. But I liked their team like that. But, you know, I was always a 49er fan. That was just the way it was.
Did you say liked it?
liked it.
Okay.
First of all, how many times I'm going to tell you I'm going to put my
Your own
vocabulary in there?
Yeah.
This is the Oakland neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen E40? You don't know what he's saying, right?
Not at all.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
That's his vocabulary.
Yeah.
All righty.
Okay.
Just say what number we're supposed to go to. What number? What's our number?
What do you mean, what number?
So they can call in.
Oh, you need the phone number.
Just call the number, man.
855-369-9898. 855-369-9898.
You know, I'm on the show with Bradshaw. He's certainly not from Oakland. But his thing is, he says, do you understand what I meant? And you go, yeah. You go, okay, that's the point. That's all that matters.
Kurt, that's all I wanted to hear you say. That's all what matters. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about?
I think Howie Long should be in the upper management of the Raiders. I think that's who they're looking for, a guy like that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I had lunch with Howie today. He's been out here all week long, and actually for 2 weeks he had back surgery, so he can't fly right now.
Right.
But anyway, I had lunch with him today, and we were talking about the Raiders situation a little bit. And obviously, I mean, he's somebody that he was close to Al Davis over the years, and they've had their differences like everybody that ever plays with the Raiders did.
Right.
But I think that he's kind of looking forward to seeing, and this is just my speculation, about where this franchise goes. Right. And because it's been so identified with one guy for the last 50 years. There's never been a general manager. There's never been somebody else that's been a different voice there. Mm-hmm. And now we're going to find out who that other voice is, if it's somebody from outside or do they bring in a lifelong Raider.
You think that his son can do that? Can his son?
I don't know if his son wants to do that. Uh-huh. That's the question. I mean, Mark is taking over, and financially they can run the organization. But it's almost like, when DeBartolo left the 49ers and they went into the York family. For a while, the sister's husband, Dr. York, kind of dabbled in it, but he knew that wasn't his thing. And then he turned over the kid, Jed, who basically is the business guy. Right. And then went out and hired football people because he goes, this is not my thing. Right. Sometimes you get that. Whereas DeBartolo, as you know, he was hands-on with everything.
Right.
Everything. So I think that the Raiders may be along that same thing where it may stay in the family, but this I don't think Mark wants to be a football guy. He may be involved from a business standpoint, but I think they're going to hire people that know football.
In your opinion, is this a good thing for the Raiders now? Everybody was always saying we need to get Al Davis out of there to make this football team better. What does that mean? Does that mean that now that Al Davis is gone, that all the decisions will come from somebody else and stop running the coaches and stuff like that?
And that's what we're going to find out. I mean, because here's the thing, and I think Al Davis dying, a lot of people started to put his life in perspective. People wanted to go, okay, the last 5 years they've stunk, or, up until last year, the previous 5 years or the previous 10 years. But they were in the Super Bowl 10 years ago. I mean, they were there. They lost, but they were there.
Right.
They have built a franchise, I think, a team the right way. I mean, they were a 500 team last year. They changed coaches, but they even look better this year. They're good on both lines. They can run the football. They can get the ball down the field. So I think this is a team that, as bad as people wanted to say they were under Al Davis, they're really not that bad. They had a bad spell. Right. There are lots of teams that go through 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and then they turn around and come back. And I think the Raiders are already doing that, and everybody that's there is there because of Al Davis. So this turnaround is already happening with his vision and his mindset. So I don't think it'll be fair if suddenly they go to the playoffs this year or next year, people start saying, once you got rid of Al, things straighten out, because he put it all together.
Right. See, and that's what I don't understand about people. They don't understand. He put all that right there, and now they're going to say now it's going to switch. I don't think it's going to switch just that quick.
No.
You got to.
First of all, you got contracts.
Right.
You can't clean house and get rid of everybody.
Right.
But things are going the right direction. Why bother?
And I like their team. Their team is pretty good. Right now, I think they should be almost 4-1. Or 5-0. They shouldn't have lost to Buffalo. Right. I don't think they should have lost to them. And then the other game they lost to.
They lost. Let me see. They beat Denver in the opener.
Right.
I got so many games in my head now. I can't even remember who it was, but
Jesse
will look it up.
We'll get it.
Yeah.
The Patriots. The Patriots outplayed them.
Yeah.
The Patriots
outplayed
them
lost,
in Oakland. Yeah, they outplayed them in
2 weeks
Oakland.
ago,
So
well, the thing is I think that the other thing, you talk about the way this team's built. I mean, nobody can run the football, I don't think, like this team. Nobody in the league.
Right.
They just roll guys in there and they just keep running for 200 yards. But also, Jason Campbell, this is the first time I talked to him about it during the preseason, that he's been in the same system for 3 straight years. Mm-hmm. Everybody forgot. It used to be the excuse for him, and then people forgot about it. When he was at Auburn, 4 years, different coordinator every year.
Right.
When he went to Washington, they kept changing head coaches and coordinators.
Right.
So he finally got to Oakland. He's been in the same system for 3 years. Now he's starting to not only understand it, but it's they know how to work with him. He knows how to work within the system, and I think that's an advantage that they haven't had before.
Yeah, and I think that's the same thing with the 49ers. Now Alex Smith is feeling comfortable under Harbaugh. Now he's comfortable with that. He's done had a different thing, and they're giving him all the slack and all that stuff, and giving him now they're talking about those Alex.
Exactly.
So that
it turns around quick.
So yeah, we're gonna go to a break. This is really good. Call in at 855-369-9898. Hey, we're after the game with Gary Payton and the Foxxhole.
We'll be back. We are back with Gary Payton, the After the Game show, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Domino's Pizza.
Domino's something else.
You had on the NFL,
exactly.
Well, they got to pay for that, right?
I was going to say, not for free.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we just do it every now and then.
What's going on? Yeah, we back. You know what I'm saying? We back with Curt. Curt, let me ask you this. What are you doing now? Let's tell me everything you're doing. We know doing the football. Tell us everything you're doing.
Well, obviously football is the primary gig right now. I do some boxing for Showtime on their Showbox series, which is their Friday night fights. We just had a fight in Vegas actually last week over the Texas station. This week off, and then we actually next week in Foxwoods in Connecticut, and then the following week in Atlantic City. So doing that. In November, I'm going to do some UFC for Fox.
Oh, that's going to be nice.
Yeah, they just signed a big contract. They're coming over. So I'm just going to host the broadcast with Dana White. We'll come on and do that. And, that's the only one I'm going to do. As of now, I think the whole series moves to next year, and we'll see what happens there. I'm going to do the UEFA Champions League soccer on Fox. The last 2 years, they decided to put it on the network 2 years ago. And I went over to Madrid, did that, and then London last year. And then this year it'll be in Germany. I think it's in Munich. So it'll be in Munich.
Oh, you're doing the traveling thing.
Well, see, that's my thing. It's like what I do is like essentially I've got from the end of football season, from February till August is my time.
Right.
I can do whatever I want. So I spend a lot of time on the road traveling. I only know this because Fox has me keep track and because they do stories on it and that kind of thing.
Right.
I've been to 70 countries, all 7 continents. And so I like getting out and I like being around it, and that's how I got into soccer.
Yeah.
Now, are you still married?
No.
Okay,
See,
so no. This is what I'm saying. All the stuff he does.
Yeah.
And nothing against your future guest that's getting ready to come up in a minute. But forget the NBA.
Right.
The groupies need to be calling him. He's all over the world. He can get into every event.
What might he don't want to be with no groupie?
I don't know what might he don't want to be with.
Well, listen, I got a girlfriend that's steady now.
See what I'm saying?
There you go.
See what I'm
So I'm not married, but I'm in a serious relationship.
Thank you.
Does she travel
clear
with
that
you?
up, Curt?
Yes, she does actually. This year, because we started dating, it'll be 2 years this month. So what we did, she can't travel as much as I do, but it's good. Like this year, what happened is right after football season is usually when I take a big trip, like 6-8 weeks. And so I went to Tonga and hung out there for a while.
Nice.
And then she came.
You got to explain that to black people. Everybody don't know what Tonga is. They think, you can't just say Tonga and just keep going. You got to break it down.
Everybody thought I was Tongan there, So I fit in. So it worked out fine. So it's out in the South Pacific.
Yeah.
So it's if you know where New Zealand is, it's a 3-hour flight north of New Zealand. So that's what I did. I went down there. So then she came and met me, and I gave her like the highlights tour of New Zealand because I've been down there. This was my 6th time. I tell people, when the crap goes down and the world's about to come to an end, I'm moving to New Zealand. That's where I'm going to hide. So
that's where it's at.
Yeah, there. Then we hopped over to Sydney, Australia for a little bit. Then we went over to the Philippines and hung out over there for a couple weeks, stopped in Guam, and then came on back. So she was able to go for about a month, and I was gone for just a little over 6 weeks. And then I did my Europe leg when I went over and did the soccer.
Okay.
So then went over to Estonia and over to Helsinki and hung out over there because the match was in London.
See, you don't know nothing about all that.
I know about
Guy, you don't even know all about that.
No, I don't tell me about
Helsinki. You don't know nothing
I know
about
Helsinki.
That. Tell us about
it. On the south side of Chicago. Helsinki.
Helsinki Boulevard, right?
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Hey, you didn't know Curt's birthday is the day before mine, right?
Uh-oh.
Are you July 23rd?
Yes, sir.
Really? Hey.
Yes, sir.
So wait a minute. What do you consider yourself? Are you a Cancer?
I'm a Leo.
Leo.
Yeah, I'm a
See,
Leo.
that's what I at least the calendars that I see. I was born at 4:21 in the afternoon. So if I were born 8 hours later, I'd be a Leo.
You'll be a Leo.
Yeah,
it'll be the next day. Right.
I'm right on the end, right on the cusp.
Okay, we got a caller in the line. Are we ready?
Yeah.
We got a caller? Let me see.
Maybe it's for Curt. Let's
Who?
see who it is.
We got Clayton from
Clayton,
Texas.
Clayton from Texas. Come on.
Hey, what's up, GP? This Clay, man. We had that bet last week.
Yeah, and who won?
Yeah.
Hey, you won the bet, man. What's up? You won the bet. I'm a man of my word, and I'm calling you, man. You won the bet.
That's my man.
What was the bet?
Tell him what the bet was. Tell Curt what the bet was.
I think, the bet was 49ers against Tampa, and we got blasted, and whoever lost had to sing a song or something.
Yeah, you better start singing that song, man, because we didn't beat y'all. We blew y'all out.
Yeah, y'all did what y'all did. I think we had jet lag, though. That's what I blame it on. I think we flew in Saturday night. We had jet lag, man.
Okay, so let's start singing.
Start singing my song. What song you going to sing me?
I don't know what song. You got to pick the song.
Okay. What do you like? You like rock? You like country? What you like?
Man, I'm an R&B rap, a little mixture of that.
Okay, just do this. Sing
Always and Forever.
Always and Forever. There you go. Sing Always and Forever.
I don't know that song, but I just found
Okay, well then sing Frankie Beverly and Maze. Anything from Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Man, I'm not 40 years. I'm not old as you, man. I'm only 35.
Okay, okay, sing Jodeci or something.
Sing Jodeci then, yeah.
I don't know that Jodeci, man.
Oh man, you tripping, man. What you only know? Ice Cube and Tupac?
Man, I'm not a song singer, to be honest with you, but I'm trying to think of something I can sing, man.
You got to do something. You lost.
Yeah, man, I can't think of nothing I know how to sing, though, man.
Probably better that he doesn't sing.
That's all right, man. Just because, you know what? You paid the bet up just because you called back. That's all, man.
All right, give it
Give
it a big round of applause.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right. Thanks for calling. Also, we talked last week about the Yankees. You guys were talking about how great the Yankees were. Jesse, did you not predict the Yankees were going to win?
I did.
And what happened, Jesse?
And they lost 3-2.
I predict too. My prediction on the baseball was terrible.
Mine too. I said, people would ask me on Twitter because I just joined Twitter this summer. So it's more fun than I thought it would be.
And you know what? I just joined it last summer. I've only been on there for a year, and it is kind of fun. It is kind of fun. It is.
At first, you become addicted to it, and you're on it all the time.
Right.
Then you kind of learn.
The beat settle with.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you don't have to tell everything.
Right.
But people were asking me, hey, who do you think's going to win? And I go, I thought it would be the winner of the Yankees-Detroit series, because I didn't know who was going to win that one, against Philadelphia. Well, Philadelphia's out. Obviously, the Yankees are out. And, Detroit was down. The game was tied last I saw, 3-3 today.
3-3 in the bottom of the ninth.
Still 3-3 in the 11th.
Yeah, but they're still down 2-1. They have to win this one or else. So, I was way off the map, not even close.
I didn't even think that. I like St. Louis because I told y'all because of Louis. So I said I knew they were going to. I said they were going to come back.
That's
they were going to get
thing.
up to it. That was my Oakland boy from being a manager. I didn't predict the Yankees to lose like that though. I didn't think Detroit was going to beat them.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with this, but you were talking right now with the caller that mentioned the 49ers won.
Right.
And you said we didn't just beat you, we blew you out.
Blew you out.
All right. Here's what I've always wondered as an athlete. What do you think of fans saying we?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Sometimes
because we didn't lift those weights, we didn't have to go.
You're absolutely right.
I'm wondering
when fans say we, I just think it's because of their adrenaline and they just a fan. You know what I'm saying? So they think they're a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't understand. They did not go out there and play basketball with us and then put the ball in the hoop. So it gets offensive to me when they don't respect the players when they want something, like when they want money. You're not saying we want the money now. You're talking about you're greedy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like on this lockout right now. The fans are now getting on the players because they're trying to get their money. But when the Lakers are winning, we are winning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lakers, we are winning.
Let me break it down for you.
Yeah.
Your ex-wife.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
We made a lot of money.
Hold on, player. Why are you talking about this man's wife?
I don't mean his wife. I mean in general.
Is he going through a divorce or something? Because it's personal.
I don't know. What is wrong with you?
No.
That?
I didn't mean you. I meant in general.
Okay, let's say that.
Okay.
All right, let's say that.
Follow me.
Yeah, follow you.
When your ex-wife says, we made this money, the judge says, yes. All of you did make this money.
Because they giving her, because she's sitting up in there taking what we doing to her, whatever she think we doing to her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I say the same thing. You didn't make that free throw. You didn't run up and down there and get that Achilles tendon.
She raised your kids while you were at training.
And that's why the judge say that. You know, that's how it is.
But from a fan standpoint, you just said we when you were talking about the 49ers.
Right.
So that's why I find it interesting, just as an athlete.
Right.
Usually guys are like, oh, I don't like that, and they stay away from it. But you are still a fan.
I'm still a fan.
Yeah.
See, I'm not just a basketball fan. I'm a sports fan. I watch everything. I watch golf, hockey. I do everything.
Badminton?
So, yep, I would watch that. I even watched the other day. I watched on ESPN2. I watched the ping pong championship.
Yeah.
With that they are phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, they are great.
Anything that's competition, I'll watch.
Oh,
It's the same thing.
anything,
Yeah.
anything. I like soccer too.
Yeah.
I just said the other day I'm hoping that I can go to one of them big old stadiums because I seen Tony Parker in France, and when France was playing the other day on TV.
I'm telling you, look,
They love it.
I love football. I think hockey is the best live sport to see here in America.
Wait, Kurt, let me tell you about that.
Okay.
I went to the Los Angeles Kings hockey game. It was the best ever I ever went to.
If you've never been to a hockey game, you have to go. It's
Ever.
the best, and I love football, but hockey's the best live sport.
Ever.
It's the worst on TV, but it's best live.
When you see them skating like they skate, that's unreal.
It is.
I be like, wait, and they be hitting and checking and doing all that. That's great for me.
But all that said, there's no atmosphere like going to a major soccer match, whether it's in Europe or South America, and you've got one country against another, or even like the Champions League final, you got Manchester United against FC Barcelona, two of the biggest. It's like the Yankees and the Red Sox, two of the biggest clubs in the world, and you got 100,000 people, and they're singing songs, and I mean, there's nothing in America that compares.
I want to come.
Nothing.
You just
You
tell
gotta
me.
do it.
You tell me when you going back.
Write
over
it
there.
down.
We going.
All right.
I'm coming with you. That's what I'm doing. Yes. sir.
855-369-9898. Let's go to Mike in Texas. Mike, how you doing? You're on the Gary Payton After the Game show. Let's turn Mike on. Okay, another person. He's next. Keenan?
Do
That's
you
another.
understand? Do you understand
What does that say
what
right
you're
there?
doing, man? It
Let's say
says Mike, but it says
But
Keenan
you know,
on the top.
hold on,
man.
Gary Payton.
What?
Don't you ever ask me about radio.
Okay,
How
here
long
you
have
go.
you been doing radio?
About 2 weeks.
Okay, then leave us alone. I got 34 years.
Hey,
on
man,
you.
I
Hold
don't
on.
care. You just do
All
it
hold
right.
on a second.
Do it
Here
right.
We go. Let's go to Keenan. Keenan, you're on the line. What's up? You're from Missouri. He called last week. I remember Keenan.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's happening, Keenan?
What's happening?
Hey, man, I had a question. I wanted to know what you thought about the NBA and possibly, they locking out and the players forming their own league. You think that's possible?
That's not going to happen. I mean, nobody. The players can't form their own league. They don't have the financial revenues to do all that. And plus, you got to get TV. They got to get things like that. The NBA will never let that happen. For one, you know what I'm saying. David Stern is too smart for that. That's just talk. You know what I'm saying. The NBA will be back. Don't worry about that. I mean, the players don't. I don't think the players want to do that. Kurt, what you think about that?
It's all business, man. I mean, who's going to pay Amari Stoudemire $23 million to play in his own league?
Right.
I mean, that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
So you can say, yeah, we'll have our own league. If you want to go play at the YMCA and play for free or what you make at the door, form your own league. But
Right.
if you want real money, there's no way you can do it.
Right. You need somebody to back that up. Like I said, you need somebody to back that up.
And the only reason you're able to make that is because not only you talk about the owners, because it's a business, because they have network television contracts
Right.
worth hundreds of millions of dollars. They have sponsorships worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right.
And people, you may think Nike loves you as a player, but if you walked into Nike and said, hey, can you give me $500 million to try and start a team, they're going to laugh you out of that place, Because they're not just giving money to anybody. They're giving money to businesses that they can make money off of coming back.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I think you should bring your next guest in because some of these questions will be answered by your next guest. So go ahead and bring your next guest.
I'm bringing my next guest in. This is my boy. We hang out. We do things. Jess, do the honors for me.
All right, the next guest is Matt Barnes. He played college ball at UCLA. He's been in the NBA since 2004. He's played on 8 different teams. Is currently playing for the Los Angeles Lakers out here in Los Angeles. Welcome, Matt Barnes.
Let's make him up. What's up, Matt, baby?
What's going on?
What's happening, man? You just sitting out here. You're working out. You're doing your thing. Tell everybody what you're doing and why this lockout is going.
While the lockout is going, I'm just trying to stay ready. Just taking advantage of this downtime, really coming off a tough knee injury last year. Back a little early and wasn't very effective in the second half of the season. So, took some time off after the season got my knee completely healthy. Now I'm starting to rebuild my quad and my calf and everything that goes with getting your knee strong and, getting ready to play.
Tell everybody what it takes to do that, how you got to rebuild and what hours you got to put in, and tell them what you're doing now and that's where you be and what you do to do that.
I mean, it's endless, really. It started once I had my surgery in January, and I'm still really, as long as it's been, I'm not 100%. Coming back after the surgery, I actually pinched my sciatic nerve the game I was supposed to come back in my back, and while I was stretching like 3 minutes before the game, and it just blew my knee up, and we couldn't control the swelling. So basically when I tore my knee in January, the season was over for me. And, I tried to come back, having the first year with the Lakers, trying to help, get a three-peat, try to get my first ring myself, all the things that went into it. But, I couldn't really do too much out there. So it was tough to sit back and watch. But, I took about 2 months off, a little more than 2 months off after the season, and been on an amazing workout schedule. I'm down 15 pounds. I want to come in and play at about 210, 215 this year, coming off a knee injury. So, I'll definitely be ready for the season.
Good. And what people don't understand is when you come off a knee injury like that, and some people don't come off, they come off knee injuries and they be blowed up, they swell up, and they can't do that. You can't play on that type of weight because it's going to hurt it again. So what you're doing right now is to come in at 210, 215. What do you usually weigh at about that?
Like 230. I play at 230
right.
normally.
And that's a light for your legs, and it'll make you refresh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that, and they don't know how hard you guys work. They just think you go out there and be who you are. No. You gotta tell these people how hard you guys work.
We're playing with the best athletes in the world every night, and me particular, I'm guarding those guys every night. I'm always guarding the best players every night. So to think we just jump back in and man, we're magical. I was hearing some stuff when I first got back, like, hey, how come you're not doing this? You're not doing that. Like, my mind thinks I am, but my body's not doing it. So it's just to go to show how hard you need to work to really get back. And sometimes we can't work because we're our knees so swollen, there's so much pain that you can't work through it. So it's a tough process to go through, but that's this is the job we picked. I wouldn't change it for the world. So I love the whole process of it.
Okay. And with that said, let everybody understand that people think that your basketball career is going to go forever. It's going to go forever. So what are you doing now to transform that into, okay, what if your knee did blow up right now and then you can't play again? What are you doing to make this happen for you after basketball?
We have a very small window to make as much money as we can. You don't really get that basketball money unless you really fall into a good job after your career. So you got to prepare yourself. You got to prepare your family. You got to prepare, you got to look the full picture. So, when I got hurt, that's kind of the approach I took. I said, even though this is not a serious injury, what if it was? What if this was it? What's the plan for my kids, for my family, for myself? So that's really when I started grinding with business, and it's been amazing. Being a Laker really opens up a lot of doors for you. I've met a lot of powerful people, heavy money people, and got my own clothing line coming out. I have a cancer foundation, Athletes First Cancer, that we do a lot of stuff through. My clothing line is called Love the Truth Clothing. We have a couple TV shows that we've been in production with. We have a production company, and then we do a little bit of music. So we have a whole lot of different stuff going on under my enterprise, and we have a lot of talented people that have been in the game for a long time helping out to make it that much easier. So it's been a tremendous blessing.
Okay. Let's talk about the reality show.
That
was all.
Guy gonna be.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
He's a troublemaker.
But the reality shows actually help you with your other businesses. Is that right?
We've used that reality show is, it is what it is. Everybody knows what it is. It's trash, really. Yeah. You know what I mean? But,
say what you're supposed to say.
Garbage.
It's trash.
Garbage. Yeah.
That shit is trash.
It's trash talk too. A lot of
to go through it for a couple years. Gloria and I realized that we need to capitalize because there's no better platform than having your face all over TV. You know what I mean? So we really open up our lives for everybody to pass judgment and do this and do that about, and let the show twist up the game and the words and everything. But at the same time, we got to realize that, hey, this is time to market our clothing lines, market her earrings, her shoes, her alcohol she has coming out. She has a lot of stuff going on too. So we use it more for just, hey, you think you know us, you really don't, but this is what we want you to see and what we want you to know, and we're going to use you like you're using us.
Exactly.
And what people don't understand is Gloria Govan, who came on the show yesterday, Cheryl Underwood's show yesterday, is is Matt Barnes' fiance. They're dating, and they do their thing.
Got
kids
What's
together.
Up? You still dating?
Hey, listen.
Wait.
Why are you going to that?
No, why didn't he ask him that?
What?
I'm getting ready to. I'm getting ready to. It's all in the trades. I'm just trying to,
What you trying to do?
I'm just trying to find out. Foxxhole, we got to keep it real.
But listen, man.
But what's really happening? Just if you want to see.
What you want? Ask me.
Are you guys still dating?
Gloria is my best friend,
okay,
the mother of my children, my business partner, my homie. So, we can continue to carry on, and do it for the kids. And
are you getting married?
I hope so one day.
Okay, good.
I hope one day we get married.
Answer the question.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, there you go.
His question was easier.
Let's go. Can we go to the phone? You want to go to the phone?
Go to the phone.
Jesse, we have some people here that want to talk about some things, so we'll find out. Let's go to Mike from the Bay Area. Mike, what's going on? You're on the Foxxhole. Gary Payton's after the game.
Hey, what's up, Gary, man? I'm a big fan, man. Big fan. Love what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it.
Hey, but I had a question, man. I'm in the military, black man in the military. I PCS from Charleston, South Carolina, man, because I couldn't deal with the segregation and stuff. And I want to talk about the Monday Night Football firing of Hank Williams. How he bashed our president. Black man doing a good thing, and I'm glad ESPN stepped in and parted ways with him.
Well, we got Curt here, and we're gonna let Curt answer that question for you.
Your question is just what did I think about it?
Yeah. How do you feel about ESPN parting ways with Hank?
I think it's a business decision. People can try and talk about First Amendment rights and all they want. First of all, the First Amendment right stops the government from taking your livelihood away, not the people you work for.
Right.
Yeah. And we all know that there are limits. And anytime you bring up Hitler and compare anybody to him, a corporation that's owned by Disney is not going to keep financing you. I think that's the first thing. The second thing is, let's not lose sight of the fact he's been doing this for 20-some-odd years. That song's gotten a little old. If that song were still popular and it was still a big part of the show, they'd find a way to get around it and say, hey, he's got a right to say whatever he wants. We don't condone it, but it's played out.
Right.
So they're just like, okay, let's wash our hands of it. We'll be done, and that'll be it. And it makes them happy with everybody. The people that are staunch right-wingers will fight for a week or two, and then they'll forget about it too.
Okay.
All right, we got another caller, Gary. It's TC from Texas. So let's go to TC on the phone lines.
What's up, G? This T, B-Wade cousin. We did that long stretch.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
Finals and stuff. I'm chilling. What's up with you, homie?
I'm all right, man.
Oh man, I wanted to ask, man. I talked to Coach Carroll at University of Kentucky, and he told me he think freshmen, they not gonna be in the lockout. They not gonna really let freshmen come out. You have to be like a sophomore. Like, what you think about that?
Well, me personally, I do think that's a good idea. I think some of these guys need to stay in school until they're like 20, at least 20, 21 years old, to get the understanding of how to become a basketball player and do what the things they need to do. Some of them come in here immature, don't know what they're doing, and then all of a sudden you're getting all this big money, and then you don't know something. You get lost sometimes. Some of these kids get lost. It's only a couple of them that can go out there and play at a high level and become a basketball player. Some of these guys you done seen and got drafted has got lost, and they're not in the NBA right now, and they need to get a little bit more education of what they need to do. They need to stay in school a little bit more and learn how to, grow up. So it's to me, I think they should go like football. What do you think, Matt? I think they should go into junior year until you can come out.
I mean, I really think you never want to hold nobody back, but there's so much that comes with the NBA. It's not just playing. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new lifestyle that not too many people are honored enough to have, and a lot of pressure, a lot of spotlight, a lot of women, a lot of money. So it's not just, hey, I'm ready to play basketball. Are you ready for this life, really? Because you see a lot of these talented kids wash their life away with, get caught up with drugs, spend all their money, thinking stuff's not serious, thinking they can hang out with vets and do what vets do. So it's a maturity factor as well that goes along with playing basketball, because the kids these days are really ready to play at 18 physically, but not really emotionally and everything else that comes with it.
Well, that's your answer, too. And let's go. We're going to take a break, and we're going to give me a call. Just call in, you guys. We got a lot of people here tonight. This is a great show, 855-369-9898. After the game with Gary Payton and the Foxxhole. Get at me. See, we forgot about our music, man. We usually come down with the music, huh?
Crazy.
We've been getting into it so much, right?
Right.
Jess, I got another guest, man. introducing for me.
Hey, we got another guest in the studio. It's Darius McCrary. He's a television actor and singer. He was known for on the show Family Matters. He's currently on the show The Young and the Restless. Let's welcome him in. Darius McCrary.
Yeah!
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, y'all, check this out. Y'all don't know. That's my little brother.
Man.
When I was in Seattle, he used to come up there every other day, every other week, hang out with me, man. I go to my Halloween parties. He came as a pimp. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I used to get a big Halloween party with the tents and, outside, man. We used to hang out, man, do our thing, man. What's up, little bro?
What's up, big bro?
I ain't doing nothing, man. What's been up with you?
Oh, man, hanging and banging, man. Came to see my big brother. I still want to be like you when I grow up.
Oh, shoot, man. You know that, man. I appreciate it because you is my little brother, man. We went through a lot of things together, man. I'm very proud of you,
like
man.
what? What you go through? GP, thanks.
We done went through everything, man.
Man.
Clubs, growing, raising him, man, giving him the game. You know what I'm saying? You always want to start shit, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, I'm here with you. I'm trying to keep the show moving.
GP,
what?
I'll never forget, man. When you went for 30. At the Forum.
Not again, Michael Jordan.
Hey, man, 30 at the Forum, man. He gave me them shoes, man.
And I gave them shoes.
I gave him. She gave him shoes.
Gave you the shoes.
Yes,
what?
Sir.
And you know what?
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? Marcus King was there that night. And he tried to have me drunk the night before that. He took me out. He had me drunk. And then they wanna talk about we gonna get Gary drunk.
See,
and then all of a sudden they got me drunk and gave all them boys hell.
Man, lit them up.
Oh man, I lit them hell,
man.
I was drunk in the NBA?
Yeah,
man.
Excuse me.
You were drunk during the game?
No. See, that's
no. He said it was a
That's
ploy.
all I heard. I just turned my radio on,
man.
I just turned the radio on. I'm sorry. I didn't
He
hear
said it was a ploy, man. They tried to, man. And I was we were up in it, and I gotta say this, man. I felt like I was part of the team. I did. And I was in there in the Forum acting a fool.
Yeah.
I was letting them know GP brought the rain.
Yeah, that's right.
The glove didn't shut it down.
Yeah, and then I did bring the rain with me because I brought Rain Man. You know what I'm saying? He had 32. He had like 35. So I did bring Rain. I brought the Rain Man with me. He was dunking on everybody. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. And Marcus, you remember that, don't you? You had me drunk, didn't you, Marcus? The night before. I had like Crown Royal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you.
Shout out to Crown
I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't play for the NBA no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I used to do it. You know what I'm saying? I used to get it in. You know what I'm saying? But I used to bag it up.
Don't mess up. We got the Hall of Fame coming up. Chill on that.
That's okay, man. They can't stop me from what I'm doing. My numbers speak for itself, baby.
What numbers you got? What numbers you got?
I'm not gonna tell you that, man. I'm not gonna. I don't toot my own horn.
I don't toot my own horn.
I don't toot my own horn,
man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't toot my own horn. But listen, we used to have big fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Darius, tell us about. Ooh, man. You know what? You know how all the old people like that Young and Restless junk. You know what I'm saying? What is it?
It's a good soap opera.
That's what I'm saying. But
yeah.
Oh, you watch it like a little bro too? You like a little bitch too? You a bitch. You watch it like a little bitch too.
Wait a minute.
They go home and call their grandmama and be like, "Yeah, Chuck done did this. Chuck came back alive. He went down the motherfucking slide. He done came back alive again. What Chuck do? He got married again. He crazy."
I watch it to support him. I didn't watch it until he got on there. I call him and tell him he did a good job.
Okay, thanks, Darius, tell us about it. How is it?
I mean, it's a wonderful thing, man. It's a great genre. I've really had a ball doing it. Really tight group, great group of actors. It's really different than prime time because the pace is really fast. I mean, you get changes and you got to be able to flow and move with it. But
you got to read.
You do.
Okay, Payton, you'll never be on one of them damn shows.
First of all, in school I wasn't a reader. I was a math man. I just know how to count hella millions. That's all I know how to do. Shit, I don't give a damn about all that. I just know how to count millions. I can count 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4. I can do that. Goddamn right. So what I'm saying is that's how I do. I don't need to do all that. You know what I'm saying? So Darius, check this out.
Yes, sir.
So when you was doing Family Matters, which is it's still on TV. I watch it every day.
Thanks,
you know, my little brother. I was always proud of you to do that. But working with Jameel White Urkel, whoever people don't know. Right. How was that when he had to do all them skits and do all that stuff, and y'all guys was together like that?
It was hilarious, man. Once again, that was another great organization to be a part of, man. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny. I do liken being a part of a great team to sports. You know, I mean, and I would see that. And a lot of the leadership that I saw you exemplify, and different leaders and stuff. Yeah. It is the same, and we had a great team. Somebody you could throw the ball to, and they be able to score with it. And Jalil was just brilliant, man. He would take it to, he would go strong to the hoop, man. All the time. Sometimes I have a hard time keeping a straight face with a lot of the stuff. That he would do, with the antics. They were great, man. It's a great team.
Now I got to ask you a crazy question. I'm gonna be controversial
I'm with my big
now.
Brother,
yeah. So your little sister, she pornoing now? She getting down?
Your sister?
I don't know, man. I heard something about that. I don't know. With CGI and stuff and all that stuff, I don't know if that was real. I'm not sure, but whoever it was in the video did a great job. I was like, damn, that's good.
Yeah, she was taking it. She was taking it right too.
Like, damn,
yeah. She was really taking it.
I don't know with CGI. And
that is disgusting. What's the website?
That may be officially worse than the question about my divorce. I think that was the record for the worst question.
Kurt, I had to get it off you. Kurt, I had to get it off you.
Wait a minute. Let's ask him another question.
No, I'm not. See, that's my bro.
Can I ask one?
I'm not asking no questions about him.
I am. Look, Darius, get up to the mic.
Yes, guy.
To the mic, Darius.
Yeah.
What's up with you and Superhead? You still married? What's going on?
Guy,
he
married, come on,
Superhead.
man. I don't talk about that young woman. Her name. Listen, I changed her name. She's a different name.
Okay, give her respect. Go ahead.
Is MGP is her name. That's what I call her. MGP.
What that mean?
Man,
you want me to say it? Shit, I say it.
You don't tell nobody.
All right.
We can't say it on the radio.
My bad. Yeah, we can. We can say it, but if you don't want me to say it, I won't say it.
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Go ahead. You talk about it.
But I'm happy for her, man. I actually heard that she's married.
Yeah, she is. I heard that too. Yeah.
So I'm really happy for her.
Wait, and you just got divorced and she got married that quick?
Hey, God bless her, man. Some of us heal quicker than others.
Wow.
Yeah. That's my little brother. See how he done grew up? See, that's what I like. Some heal quicker than others.
Yeah, man.
We got a caller, Jess?
Yeah.
We got a Twitter question.
Twitter?
I think that's a caller.
We got a caller. We do a caller from Seattle. He's got a question about the NBA lockouts. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Steve, what's up?
Gee, what's up?
What's going on?
First of all, from Seattle, man. We miss you a lot up here.
Thanks.
Question's pretty simple. Since there's an impasse now, of course, in negotiations, will the owners consider possibly replacing the commissioner of basketball so we can get a new team?
I don't think that would happen. David Stern is doing too well for them owners. I don't think that would happen. All the players would want to. They might want to get him to have a new one, but I don't think that'll never happen. He's been here since '84. I don't think that'll happen at all. This guy makes too much money for these owners and doesn't. They're saying he's the best commissioner in sports. So it's too much happening, and I think he's bringing too much revenue into the NBA right now, and it just won't happen. Wow. And for us to get a team in Seattle, I think Seattle has to step up a little bit now. I think we just have to get a arena. If we get an arena, I don't think David Stern will ever say no to bringing a team back there because the city is too beautiful, too great, too many fans out there. That city is a basketball city. It's a basketball, a baseball, a football city, and people want to be there and go to that city. So we have to step up as a city and say, yo, we just gonna have to pay them taxes and get another stadium and make it and bring them in on that. I don't want to ask Matt anything about this question because I don't want him to get in trouble about anything. What I'm saying? He still plays in the NBA, and so we don't want to do that. So it's one of them things where I would answer for him. Mostly, all the players probably would want another commissioner, so we're not gonna say anything about that.
I say I represent the dudes that hang with the basketball players that never made it to the NBA. Fire that son of a bitch and let's get playing. Let's get this thing going. You know, it's always a dude that hang with the NBA players that have never really been on the court.
Man, you are
but
crazy,
they wearing
dude.
all the gear and everything.
Yeah, hey man, that's the way it is. It's a shout out to him. It's just like your groupie ass. You wearing all this Florida State shit. Yeah, that's
Shout
how
out to Leonard Hamilton.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
See, you
I'll
do
wear
that.
whatever.
Next week we'll be shouting me out with Adidas.
Adidas,
gear, so.
yeah. You bring it on, brother.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how we
Adidas,
do
I
it.
wear the 3 strap.
That's how we do it.
It doesn't matter.
So
You
what's
wearing
up?
Nike? What's up?
I've been wearing Nike all my life. I'm a lifer for Nike. So stop it with the bull.
Shout out to the glove shoe. It's back online.
No, not yet. We ain't coming out until I possibly go to the Hall of Fame. If I do, we're going to bring it back out.
You'll be there.
I hope so. What you got, something, Jess?
All right, Matt, I was going to ask you, obviously, since we're in the lockout, we're not going to ask you about that because we already talked about that, but there's a lot of exhibition games going on right now. You were in the Drew League versus Goodman League game. So just talk about that, and are you planning to play any more exhibitions coming up soon?
Yeah, that was a good game. The Goodman League, with Kevin Durant, Rudy Gay, Michael Beasley, John Wall. They came with the squad, and they got the California team the first time. But, it was a different story when they came out here. KD got off to a good start, had like 37 in the first half, but then they put me and Trevor on him for the rest of the game. We had to shut that water down a little bit.
Did you hear what he said? You hear what he said? He said, shut that water down.
But he still, for him, he still had 50. You know what I mean? But he had 37 in the first half. So he's been on that 50-point world tour this summer. So he still got it, but we made him work. But we ended up winning the game, so it was cool.
If you got an offer from another country, would you go play?
No, I got offers right now, but right now I'm focus on getting healthy and just wait this out. I think that's the most important thing as players we can do is stay together.
As a guy who represents the guy who hang with the players, we need to go to France.
Yeah, I'm cool. Actually, and he actually talked about another game. We've actually been talking about it the past couple of days, myself and Baron Davis, of bringing back that 07 Warriors team versus the current Warriors team. So we're thinking about doing something like that at the end of the month in Oakland or in San Francisco.
Yeah,
and we
biggity
we know that 07 world team captured the world, by storm, and that team was too thugged out, so they had to break us up after a year. But
did you hear what he said? He said it was too thugged out.
When you're too thugged out for Oakland, then you know.
But Kurt, they were so thugged out. They got a lot of respect out there. The thugs left them alone. So you know what I'm saying? So they was with them though. They was down with them though. Yeah, that was it.
That's a game we're trying to do Halloween weekend. So stay tuned for those details.
Oh yeah. So
we'll broadcast that. Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll go right there. And that's in my city too. And then you know what? We got Marcus King sitting over here like he don't know nothing about nothing, man. He don't want to say nothing to nobody. He just talking about, dude, you wouldn't let us broadcast it from Oakland if it was like that?
Oh, no, right there, Mike.
Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about.
And we could do it in the Royal Park, put a cord out there.
Oh, man. Town business all day long.
That's what I'm talking about, town business, man. That's how we doing. We ain't got no callers or nothing. Yeah. We got 5 minutes to go on this show. We got all these celebrities and good guests out here. Y'all got to call in.
Let's go to Walter from Jersey. Walter, you're on the Gary Payton After the Game show.
And you better stop cutting in on me like that.
Don't worry about that.
Hello? Yeah, what's up, Walter?
What's going on, man? Who's over there right now? What NBA players is over there? I'm just, you know what I mean?
What the? Walter, have you been listening to the show?
Matt Balls is over there and all that, man. What's up?
Yeah, come on. Everybody over here that you think is over here. Just ask any question.
Hey, yo, Gary, I'm going to leave in like 2 years. We calling, it's the Seton Hall basketball team. We calling from Jersey and all that. What's up?
Okay, what's happening, Flair?
Who else is on the phone with you?
It's me, Brian Oliver, who just transferred from Georgia Tech. My man, Fuquan Edwin from Patterson, New Jersey. And my man, Sean Brennan from the Shore.
That's too many men on one phone.
Stop playing, man. Bro, stop playing.
Hey, y'all got a question, man?
Y'all got a question? Yeah, how you get to the league?
How we get to the league, man? Just work hard, man. You gonna be all good, man. If you keep doing what you do, hey, but you gotta keep your head on your shoulders, man. Don't be a hard head, man. Just stay focused, man, and keep working at it. What you think, Matt?
Yeah, you got to grind. It's not easy. You know what I mean? It's not easy. I'm going in my 10th season right now, and it's been a roller coaster, but it's been a blessing, So you just got to keep working hard, stay focused, and, believe in yourself.
All right. Next week, we got another caller.
No, we good right now.
We good right now?
Yeah, all of them hung up when they heard them 5 people on one phone.
When they heard all the gay people on one phone. See, and then they all talking about what you doing? Hey. I'm like, nigga, go with all that.
Curt, can you tell us some of what happens behind the scenes on the set at the NFL?
I can tell you, but I have to kill you.
I mean, I'm ready to die, bro. I mean, because
we just have fun.
You guys
man.
have so much fun with Jimmy Johnson and all you guys. What happens when the cameras are off?
It's seriously, and it sounds like BS, but it's not. We're all friends. And so all we're doing on Sunday is watching football like you are with your friends and talking about it. We get paid to talk about it, but that's it. I mean, I told you, I had lunch with Howie today. As soon as I leave here, I'm having dinner with Michael Strahan and Jay Glazer.
Nicole's not going to be there?
Yeah, Nicole's going to be there. Okay. Yeah, it's a couples thing.
Yeah.
I'm taking my girlfriend and not my ex-wife.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't even know your ex-wife. But I will after the show.
And Curt, the point is we all like each other. We spend time together. Right. And so when you turn the camera on, it's not fake.
Yeah.
Right. And that's good when you on a show, any show. If anybody got a chemistry and you friends, it's always a vibe, and that's great for that. Yeah. So it's great. Darius, you know about that. You know, if you can work with somebody, if it's hard not to work with somebody, the chemistry gonna be bad.
I'm doing a play now that's been out. It's called "Loving Him Is Killing Me." We just did the Beacon Theater, New York, and it was just an honor to play on that stage. I mean, you know, the Rolling Stones, Michael Jackson's been. I mean, that stage. I was just like. Wow. But even more so than the stage in the building is what we were doing is Shirley Murdoch, you know, sang songs like As We Lay, Husband, I mean, On My Own, worked with Roger Troutman.
Yeah.
You know, R&B legend. But then we got Tony Terry in the show. You know,
why?
Man, I mean, because he's one of the singingest cats in the game. But you funny.
It's so funny.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so funny.
Kenny Lattimore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but my point is that and surprisingly, Nene Leakes of Housewives was in it. But it's a real theater group,
right?
And we had a great chemistry. And I mean, on stage is one of the most difficult things to do, man. I mean, there's no second takes. There's no,
you can't mess up.
You cannot mess up, man.
And if you do mess up, you got to keep going.
You got to exactly, and that's what that chemistry will allow you to do.
Since you did that, since you just said that, Darius, we got some music that you done did, and all that.
GP, you know, for years, man. Yes,
so we gonna play this. We gonna go out with this, and y'all listen to this. And hey, this is Darius doing his thing, man. He's multi-talented.
Hey, before we go out, just thank everybody.
I'm gonna thank everybody. I'm gonna thank Curt.
Appreciate
thank you very much. Thank Matt Barnes. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
You know, Darius, thank you.
Thank you,
this was a great show, man. Thank you guys for coming on, man. I really appreciate that. And fuck you, guy. And then Jess, I'm cool with it.
You gotta go.
You know what I'm saying? My man. Jess, you my man. Let's bump this, man. Thanks everybody for listening. See y'all next week. All right.